something happened. He was carrying some great big chunks of concrete, and he's got this whole apparatus here on the front sprung. And I came up with a plan to straighten it by probably rolling the cylinders until I get a 90 degree, just shy of 90 degrees here. And then I'm going to take one cylinder and I'm going to cap it off so it holds on one side, and then I'm going to use the lever on the other side and use the cylinder and try to twist that frame back into position. I'll put me a piece of bar stock across there where I can really kind of watch it to see and try to get it perfect. Otherwise, we're going to have to cut that tube out and re-weld it, which I don't really want to do that, or we're going to have to buy a new frame. I really think though that I can tweak it and get it right. I'll show it here. I'll show it to you here real quick. So if you stand here and you look at it, you can see how tweaked it is, and you see that big heavy pipe at the bottom that's holding the two sides together, keeping them mated up. You can see how twisted it is. You stand here and you look at it and you'll see how twisted it is. It's pretty bad shape. So we put a straight edge across so that when I start twisting it, hopefully I can stop it in the right spot. I put a little extra. I took the hoses off of the cylinder and capped the hoses, and I capped the cylinder so the cylinder is going to be locked. And then I put an extra chain fall on it to help, just in case. That cylinder doesn't have enough to do it. So now we're going to have to do something different. So it's going to take a lot more than what I thought. So I've doubled. I put 2 chain falls on it now. And I found a piece of 1-inch metal that fits in that slot perfect. It goes all the way down underneath of that link. And I'm going to try to go out here and put that underneath of something, and whether I try to pick up on the loader frame and then curl the bucket at the same time, see if I can do some good like that. But we've doubled everything now because I'm just afraid that that one, it'd probably rip it off, as much pressure as it's going to take to get this back right. We'll see what happens here. I think if I raise my loader frame and try to curl my bucket at the same time, I think that I'll have a lot of energy working for me. If you see this 963 come off the ground, we're going to be doing something, huh? See what happens here. Boy, that's close. I'll tell you what, that's really close. I think we'll try to hook something onto it and see what happens here. So if you look at it sitting right there, it looks really, really good. If you come up here and you look across at the top of it, it looks really good there too. So now comes the real test. You go out here and see if the bucket's going to fit on it or not. I don't have a Kubota bucket. I got a Bobcat bucket. We'll go out here and hook onto it real quick and we'll see what if it latches or not. So I had to go back and put all that stuff back on it and do it all over again because I missed by a ½ an inch. But if you look now, you'll see how that's laying nice and flat on both sides here. It's laying nice and flat. I had to put all that back on because this bottom plate was kicked out about a ½ an inch. But now you go to latch that bucket and it fits right on there. Real nice, real nice. Fits right on there. So a quick little word here. When you go to latch your bucket on, this spring, it spring loads this pin. So even though the handle goes down, doesn't mean that the pin goes all the way down. So you really want to be careful, and when you latch your bucket on, or forks or whatever you're using, and you get it latched, you want to make sure that it bottoms out all the way down on both sides. If it doesn't, try to unlatch it and jiggle your bucket a little bit. Maybe it's not quite centered or whatever, but make sure you get it on there and it's latched all the way down before using it. That might have been what happened, I don't know, but whatever it was, it wasn't good. But just be careful with those latches and make sure that they go all the way down and lock. I'll tell you a quick story. We had a 963 stuck, I mean stuck bad. It had a great big old, I think it was a 349 cat excavator. And the guy on the excavator decided that he was going to reach out there and grab a hold of the front bucket on that 963 and help pull that crawler out of the mud. He got it out of the mud all right. Well, then everybody started complaining because the machine leaned. So I put it in the shop one day and I took the bucket off of it. I thought maybe one of the bucket pins was bad. Took the bucket off of it and you could measure the loader frame and it was twisted. The whole loader frame was twisted. So I took everything off. I took the whole loader frame off of that tractor and I set it down on the concrete floor, and you could walk up to one end of it and push on it and it would sit there and it would teeter-totter on that concrete floor like this. There was no fixing it. I had to put a whole new loader frame on that tractor. Imagine what that cost. Anyhow, be safe out there and try not to abuse your equipment because it's going to cost you money. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.